sorkar ka Jylla uba Paul Lyngdoh chairman ka regional committee Panekaran pynbeit put iathuh ban naka liang myntri rangbah ka Jylla iakren bat myntri rangbah ka Meghalaya-Assam haba iadei bat ka jingmih ka jingiakynnad hapdeng ki Khasi-Pnar bat ki Karbi Lapangngap West Jaintia Hills uba por ulaong ngeit ba ka jingiakynduh hapdeng ki ngut ki myntri rangbah Jylla kan longno shen ban iakren halor ka jingmih jingiakynnad bat haka ka por kumno ban Iaid Shakhmat ban pynbeit no ya uput usam jo ka Meghalaya-Assam Ulaong bagi kynram ki yaimi naka por nadu ki senam baladam hendrai ke Jingpynbeit ban pendu yakini ke jingiakynnad hakithan khaput kadei hi lengbah ke Jingpynbeit no ya upur usam jong ka Meghalaya bat ka Assam naki khat artri ki jaka ya kajia ki artri ki sorkar Jylla ki ladap iathuh lupa yaki katu ka ni ki jaka bat haswa ban kut usnam 8,000 arpulai ka sorkar Meghalaya bat Assam kan pynbeit yala upur usam bat kani kan penduk pendam ya kajing kaja hakithan khaput ulaong haba keli hatu ka sorkar kan met jurip ne em ya kata kathan lapangngap kaba dangdon hapdeng kajing akan uba por ulaong ngeit ba usembut menteri rangbah ka Jylla uba khmi ya katnat pulit lambat usembut menteri rangbah ka Jylla kin salit ban jurip ya kani ka jaka uba por ula kamru ba ka sorkar kadang hikai pentebet Yakumba 8,000 ngut ki pulit bat hadian kani ka jingsha hikai pentebet yakini ki pulit en sapha shagi jaka ba pher ban ajing shnga ki pat ba ulaya thuru ba na lor ki 8,000 ngut ka sorkar Jylla kan sa thungsa khatsan spa ngut ki pulit ki ban kot shaka 1,000 ngut ban penklan ya ka jing pahara ban ajing shnga ki pat ba.
Well, I'm happy to say that today Meghalaya has arrived as a tourism destination. The fact that on World Tourism Day, we were also conferred the best tourism village, which is Kongthong, speaks volumes about where Meghalaya tourism has reached. So we have been able to directly employ about 50,000 people, and indirectly the number would be even more. So that's a major success story for the industry.
How will you tackle in the context of there's a dichotomy between a lot of tourism activities and there is a demand for ILP?
You see, a lot of things can be fused. It all is a matter of how you prioritize. I have mentioned this once. I will mention this again to you today, that a country like Israel, for instance, is very difficult for visitors to access. But the tourism revenue of Israel is one of the top in the world. Their system, the visa system, is more rigorous than the ILP being implemented in some of the states. It is therefore a fusion of various government initiatives to ensure that we cater to the right kind of tourists.
So ILP will not hamper tourism?
I do not see such a problem. It has not hampered Israel. It has not hampered the United States. Why should it hamper Meghalaya? I'm happy to share with you that we've got all the clearances, including from the Defense Forces, 101, the Forest Department. These were various hurdles that were on the way. Now we are at a stage to call for an expression of interest, and hopefully before the year ends, the project should commence.
Right, sir. Also, when we talk about tourism, we see there's a heavy inflow of domestic tourists. What about international tourism? Is it picking up?
In fact, you will be surprised to know that we have more of the international travelers into Meghalaya as compared to domestic tourists. I think you would be surprised, but those are what the statistics tell us.
In the absence of proper railways and airport, don't you think we could have had much more tourists provided, or we had a better connectivity here?
See, connectivity is one, but more important is also the kind of tourism that we are going to promote, which is why today, in association with Outlook, we have introduced the Responsible Tourism Awards. The idea being that we encourage responsible tourism. to enter Meghalaya. Today we have a footfall of roughly close to 15 lakhs. And if we have the airport and railways, the number would be even more. But how much would that impact responsible tourism? This is a kind of a balancing act that we have to do. But yes, the state government is moving for the upgradation of both the Shillong and the Baljek airports. And where rail lines are concerned, you know the various issues involved. The chief minister has taken this up with his Assam counterpart. I believe that a meeting is taking place very soon. And these are skirmishes that have always erupted in the past many years. But the solution here will come once we are able to resolve the interstate border dispute with Assam. And as you know, out of the 12 areas of differences, today we have narrowed down the problem areas, and we expect that before end of 2023, the final MOU with the government of Assam will be signed, and that will have the domino effect of taking a check on such skirmishes happening in future.
So the skirmishes that is happening right now currently, it seems to be going out of hand because it lasted the entire day yesterday and today also it continues. So does it not warrant a visit perhaps from the government something? Or will the government visit?
I'm given to believe that the Deputy Chief Minister in charge Home and the other deputy both will be touring the areas very soon. But to add to the efforts of the state, I think you're aware that we are currently training 2,500 more policemen. Once this training is completed, they will join the workforce. And then 1,500 more vacancies will be filled up by next year, which means a total of 4,000 plus police persons are joining the police force. As of date, we have a huge shortfall of manpower, and that becomes a problem.
Of rice can. Remember the report was
Right.
tabled in the assembly recently.
Right.
So, but the report is devoid of the statement of the Assam police, who were the main people who brought the entire thing to the fore. So, how, in such an instance, how do you see the report?
You see, when you have a commission of inquiry, a public notice is served. People are called upon to come and depose before the commission. I mean, somebody like you could have gone and deposed with all your queries. Now, even the complainants themselves, who complained that there were irregularities, these complainants themselves didn't appear before the commission. Now, what choice do we have?
For police, they did not cooperate. Assam police.
That was mentioned. That is on record.
So, of course, it was also mentioned that efforts were made for them to come.
Yes.
But on a different level, higher level, was no efforts made, sir?
That you would have to ask the ex-home minister. They would know better. But the due process of law was followed, including the deposition being allowed, and it was they sat for 9 months before compiling the report. So at least give them that due credit, no? In the last meeting, which we had along with my Assam counterpart, Mr. Patowari, we have agreed and in fact have narrowed down the areas of differences. So I am confident that once we conduct the site visits, which will happen post monsoon, we already agreed to meet probably in the month of October, because our mandate is to submit our final report in the month of November itself. So we should be in a position to complete the site visit and submit the report. And you will appreciate the fact that today Lampi has become very tranquil and unlike in the recent past. taken very seriously by the state government. And I say this with authority because I was a member and then a chairman of the PAC. And the PAC is supposed to be the mini assembly. It meets when the assembly does not meet. So we take its report very, very seriously. And whichever departments, wherever irregularities have been pointed out, those we will certainly look at with the seriousness it deserves. But again, please note that the CAG report of this year would look into whatever shortfalls and shortcomings of the last government, of which I had no role, nothing to do with.
Right.